Try this again. What is studio?
A fun learning environment for art and creativity.
I'd say studio is an opportunity to express yourself creatively, but also apply things that you've learned in other core classes and an extension that is very real world and very hands-on. And I think it's also an opportunity to experience things you've never experienced before, and maybe never will have an opportunity to do something like putting together the presentations you guys do, putting on a fashion show and participating in it. Some of those extensions of learning are things that maybe you only get to do that one time. So I think it's a great opportunity for learning and growth.
Studio is just this awesome class that lets kids be creative and explore all kinds of different careers, and even if they don't use it for a career, they've learned so much about presenting in front of a group, how to be comfortable in front of people, how to use their time wisely. It's just a great class.
Studio is more than just about fashion, which I've kind of made clear. It's about just creativity in general, and it's about kind of looking in on yourself and figuring out some strong suits you have and helping you just be set up for success. It's way more than drawing dress sketches and thinking about design aspects. It's more of like figuring out what you're good at, and it's helping facilitate what you're good at and making you better.
I would say that it is like a comfortable space to come and learn skills about design and art, and also about the real life and when you leave. I would say that studio is the class that I've taken the most away from and still use today in my job and just kind of in life in general. I think that it gives students the kind of like materials and building blocks to kind of really start their careers and inspire them, which I think is incredible and unlike anything else that I've seen or encountered, which is awesome.
Studio is a blast. It's the most unique class I've ever taken here. Really the experiences and skills that you learn really can't compare to math or English or any of those.
You get to see what other people, how they view things, and see other things from different perspectives. You make lifelong friends.
I don't know, I think it's important, I guess, for like more skills other than just fashion. I felt like I learned a lot from like my other classmates. I learned a lot from bows. I learned a lot from the projects we did. A lot of time management. I think it's important.
A very worthwhile, practical, life skills, employability skills kind of a class.
Studio is something that maybe when the kids start to take it, they think it might be a slack off fun class to take, but then I think as the year goes on, they learn to love it.
I mean, it's creativity, it's making you think outside the box. It's not this little box that you have to fit everything in. It's you have to look outside of that and figure out what you want to do to make your presentation the best.
It's just a really great opportunity, and without studio, I definitely studio made me know what I want to do for the rest of my life, which is fashion. So yeah, studio really, it is life-changing because it just opened a bunch of doors and possibilities.
I think that it is a creative outlet for creative minds. I think that it empowers students to convey their personality, their message, their strengths in a way that perhaps they're not able to be as open or vocal about in other areas of our building. This is a place for students to excel, and sometimes they excel here in a way that we don't get to see them excel other places, and I think that that's pretty cool.
Studio was a lot of hard work and team building and just being able to pull creativity from yourself and work on projects And every time we did it, it bettered us and made us better. And by the end of it, you could see the difference between when we began and our ending point and how much we had improved. And just not only did the skills we learned apply to the design and interior field, but also to just everything that we do in our life, presentations or teamwork building activities.
Combining, fashion and interior design and apparel and all of that into a way where you can do like projects that would be, a lot of them were kind of real things that you could encounter in the future too, as well as gaining skills, I guess, to help you throughout college and your jobs, especially with that public speaking aspect of it and the time management too. So, and to have fun.
Amazing. Honestly, studio was always my favorite class because since I was a sophomore, I always knew I wanted to do interior design.
Studio is an amazing class to take because it gives you everything you know about fashion. You get to create friendships, and it really pushes you to try your best.
Rigorous, creative, hard work, project-based.
Interesting, informative, fun.
It's definitely a team builder type of a class. Being creative and loving what you do is what this teaches you. I may not have gone the super design path, but I still realize that, I may not be super creative and actually being able to do graphic design or anything like that, but I love thinking of ideas and using my brain to think of ways to appeal to people, and through this class I was able to find that.
It's a creative process that ends in a finished product that is completely professional and shows problem-solving skills.
Studio was an environment where you can figure out what you like and kind of create your own path. So whether the description of the project was one thing, you could kind of take it your own way as long as you were able to go along a little bit of the guidelines, like it wasn't very strict. And that was really motivating to me. So I would say, I don't even know how to describe studio. It definitely set me up for success in general because of all of the college path that I decided to go down was very similar to all of these studio paths.
A place for young professionals to learn and inspire of who they want to be in the future.
Learn daily skills, but in a fun way. You learn, like I said, time management, speaking skills, but you get a creative outlet and you get to do things in your own way, which is always nice and get students engaged, I think.
Studio was such a great class. It wasn't just like fashion like people think, or interior design or sewing or whatever perception people had of it. It was a really great class. It gave people a group to belong in. It was a really good place to make friends. Like, all of us were so close in my class.
It's creative. It's amazing. It's one of the best opportunities for students to take their presentation skills and do it. Everybody should have to do it. Everybody should have to try it because, it's kind of like working in retail. You don't understand it until you do it. And I think everybody should have to have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
In the real world, design is very integrated between different disciplines. And so it was a really good experience to get working with other people that aren't in your exact field.
Filled with passionate kids that care about their future, have an idea of who they want to be as a person, that are professional, respectable kids that just love Olathe East even, but most importantly care about each other. And I think that's one thing design teaches, that not all content it's easy to teach. The ability to care for others because you're dependent on others to support your project and what you're trying to create. And I think when I look at those design kids, that's what I see.
I could tell that it was a place that was a safe place for her to actually express her ideas and to come, and she got really close to the people in the class. So it was an opportunity to take those ideas and learn and have that chance to take the time to get them actually on paper or actually in some visual form. So I think of studio, I think of application, actually putting the theories to work.
Priceless for sure. It definitely brings so many things to the table, and definitely the #1 class I would tell anyone to take. So I would just say priceless.
Helps you network. I think it helps you build relationships. It teaches you how to kind of dig deep into yourself and figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life. It also gives you skills to be able to develop as you grow with your job and your life. And I don't know, studio's played a huge part in my life and my job, and I think it's the best thing for everyone to do is take a studio class, honestly. As crazy as that sounds, everyone should take a studio class, no matter what.
Design Studio is the culminating design course that focuses on the career opportunities within the design industry and practicing the skills necessary to be successful. The course is divided into 3 areas of study: the classroom, the studio, and the field. The goal of design classes is to introduce students to career opportunities in the design field and to help them become competitive in the post-secondary area of their choice. In order to be competitive, teamwork, time management, professional presentation, and deadlines are critical to success in the fashion, apparel, and interior design program.